Hello again, not chat. It is Marito, your favorite streamer. When you saw me last, which was 3 hours ago maybe, getting close, a little bit under 3 hours, I had just summarily gotten my ass kicked by the crashing of a video game about 20 minutes from being completed. And it kind of, puts a damper on the whole thing when you're like about to triumphantly beat a game and then, it doesn't actually do that. So instead of devoting another stream to it, to be perfectly honest, I'm pretty sure people are overwatching a heavily padded, clunky, racially insensitive old PS2 game. Don't worry, we'll be on to another, I don't even know if I can call it padded, but certainly clunky PS2 game next week. I decided I would do a not live stream right here and now. Finish the game up and get it up on the playlist unlisted. I know nobody is going to watch this. Not even my friends are going to watch this, and that's perfectly okay. I want to say that I beat the game, and I want to have the video itself complete, or the playlist itself complete with the whole game. So, yeah. I'm just gonna do it right here. And I figure since, like I said, nobody's gonna be watching, there's no real pressure. I don't have to engage with anybody. I'll just go ahead and ramble about whatever I feel like rambling about, which at the moment we are getting close to November, which means Thanksgiving. So I'm in a reflective state. So I feel like I want to look back at some of the games I've played this year, keep it light, keep it airy. And here's the game. And yes, we are just past the crashy bit. And you can tell if I go here, we were 97% of the way. Super exciting. I love it. All right. Sorry, let me go ahead and turn down my monitor volume real quick. I actually realized I could have, because I don't have, when I'm actually live, I use my phone to monitor. But because I'm not broadcasting, as a result, I have to monitor with something else. So I'm like, oh, that's right. I have a set of speakers under my desk. But that's getting slightly distracting hearing that echo. So I'm just going to turn it down very, very slightly. That's just a way for me to make sure that my mic is still working. I don't even know if we're going to have the same mic issues that we do while we're live. We might not. I can hear it, which means if I can hear it, I'm going to assume that you can hear it. Okay. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? In case I need to come back and re-record it a third time, which would just fucking be my luck, I'm going to go ahead and save on a second slot. And then I guess I will just play through it with the knowledge of how it ends. But really, like I said, I want to beat this game for me. And then, I don't know, you can come along for the ride if you really feel like it. Okay. So let me go ahead. I've got the speakers on. I've got the TV going. Bingo, bango, bongo. So where we were last was that this guy got his throat burned by a shaman. So here's my dynamite. So does that make all of my items? Yes, that's everything. So I've got them all back now, which means I don't gotta sneak around anymore. He's dead. Let me go ahead and remap this to the canteen. Okay, we're all set. We're all good to go. And I gotta figure out how to get out of here. So yeah, as far as the games that I've played this year go, I was kind of wondering this during the stream, but I'm thinking, have I played so many games that it makes it a little bit difficult to maintain long-term memories with them? I remember how each game goes, don't get me wrong, but am I robbing myself in some capacity by, oh, I need to use dynamite on there. That's pretty smart. But am I robbing myself in some capacity of the full enjoyment maybe by playing so many games, or am I simply over it? Oh man, yeah. All right, so they've got all the guys, and they are indeed chucking explosives at me. I did play a lot of games. There were a lot of games that I played on stream, and then there were a lot of games that I played off stream as well, just for my own edification. And a lot of that stuff ended up as reviews on my site, or they ended up. Hold on, I think I gotta flip the lever. Yep. Or I would just play through. Oh no, sorry, I had the lever the right way. I have to flip it the other way now. Or I would just play it for the hell of it, you know. So, as far as what immediately comes to mind, I played through all of the classic Harmonix Rock Band and Guitar Hero games, which is pretty fun. Oops, man, I'm getting my ass kicked. I should probably not use TNT to blow up TNT caches. Wow, that sounds like a really good idea. Why didn't I think of that? Okay. Is that all of them? Can I focus? Okay. It was interesting. It was really interesting going back through them all, and especially I could tell with the games that I had less knowledge of. So in total of what I played Guitar Hero 1, 2, and 80s. And then on the Rock Band side, I gold starred the entirety of the Rock Band campaign on guitar. I made it through the first track pack. I made it through the classic rock track pack. Did I do any other track packs? AC/DC Live, that was the other one I did. And then I also partially made my way through the second volume of the Rock Band track packs. I got stuck on the last two songs, which were Afterlife and Snow. And I still have that save unfinished. I don't know what I'm going to do with it necessarily. They wanted me to blow up the caches with it, right? I'll try it. Wow. Indeed. But does that do anything? Does that matter? Or is it just a box to explode? I think it's just a box to explode. That's fine, whatever. Alright, let me try to hit this guy. What? He just happened to survive that direct explosion. There we go. Yay! Alright, so we have escaped from his camp. Excellent. So that means we're pretty fucking close, I want to say. Yeah, so, first off, it was phenomenal practice. I absolutely sucked with the guitar. Like, I could sort of play expert. I was really more of a hard player. I sort of could play expert. But this really got me going as far as... I just realized I should probably heal up. That's a really good idea, Cammy. But yeah, as far as faster stuff, as far as more strummy stuff, before this I was used to playing with the DualShock, which you can only do, obviously, unmodified at least, with the Harmonix Guitar Hero games and Guitar Hero 3. You can't do them with the Rock Band games, because the controller is normally mapped to the vocals. But if you remap it internally with a game mod, it's pretty trivial, and yes, it does work the exact same as Guitar Hero 2. So I played it that way for a little bit, and that was cool. But of course, the real experience is playing it with the plastic guitar, and that it's been great. It's been really, really fun. The only time when it's gotten to be a real pain is either when, like I said, Afterlife and Snow are two of the, like, those are big boy FCs, you know, let alone just passing them. That the solo in Afterlife fucking sucks. And the thing is that the practice mode in the PS2 versions, which I've been playing the PS2 versions of all of these, practice mode in PS2 Rock Band fucking sucks. There's one speed, and you can only practice sections at that speed. You cannot practice sections full speed. So it's like, it's a fucking nightmare. You know, if you have anything that's vaguely fast, what you have to do is you have to get the song and put it into Guitar Hero 2 Deluxe Customs Edition. You know, the Onyx one. Get over here, you bitch. Where the fuck are you? I hate the way that they will do all these, like, fucking somersaults to get away from you. That doesn't feel like it should be fucking fair. There you go. Eat shit. You all look the same anyway. What's in here? Is this where I spawned? Is this the start? This is the start. I love it. The camp is back, and they apparently have not noticed any of the dead people or the fact that St. Clair himself is dead. So, coolio. Cool beans. Anyway. So, yeah, if you want anything, like, particular, go back into Guitar Hero 2 Deluxe Customs Edition and practice it there, or practice it on like the 360 or the PS3, which obviously is not an option because I don't own those. I don't know, maybe Wii has a better practice mode. I do own a Wii. I don't own a guitar for Wii. It's funny. I learned about the RAFnet adapter originally when Wii guitars became the new meta back in 2018 for Clone Hero, because I was into watching Asai at that point and a couple other folks before people went insane. But anyway, so I actually remember a kid at college telling me, like, oh, do you remember, or not do you remember, sorry, I remember, but he was like, did you hear that Wii guitars are the new meta? And I was like, oh, you know, I should get this RAFnet adapter. That sounds really useful. I didn't have a Wii guitar. I only used it for the classic controller, which I do own, and I actually still have, within reach right now as my backup controller. But I have a RAFnet adapter for PS2 now, which is what I use for my guitar, and if I'm ever playing PS1 or PS2 games emulated, then I will use that for authenticity's sake. Yes, I am just running around trying to fill space while I talk. Motherfucker. But yeah, the only time it really became a drag is either when the songs are so ungodly difficult that they're not even really fun anymore. I don't really, like, I think Avenged Sevenfold are okay. They have some, like, you know, cool, memorable songs. And generally, I remember them. I think they're alright songs. I don't find them much to play because I just don't, I'm not into fast, strummy stuff. Almost Easy in Rock Band 2 is, like, right at the upper edge of what I would prefer to play from them. Beast in the Harlot is a classic, but at the same time, do I ever need to play that fucking solo before the second verse ever again? I do not. You know, so that kind of thing. But, sorry, the echo of my monitoring has actually increased since I started recording. So, as far as I know, it might get more and more out of sync, and I might get more and more distracted. I guess we'll see. So is this it? Is this the final boss? This is back to the flooded courtyard. Okay, let's go back there. Let's see if this crashes again. I saved. It's alright if not. Or if it does. Okay, excellent. So now where do they want me to go? Let me check the map. Yeah, so either when the songs are ungodly difficult that they stop being fun to play, or now we go to the Gates of El Dorado. Got it, and that's through the Firebomb Towers. I know where that is. Or when the game itself takes way too fucking long. Like, for what you could say about Rock Band 1 on PS2 being cut down, it felt ideal. That was 74 songs, and you played them, you know, in, I think it was 74 songs at least, and you played them in a Guitar Hero 2 style setlist. So, you know, if you get stuck, you get stuck, but once it's done, it's done. Meanwhile, they took the world tour from Rock Band 2 on the newer consoles and ported that to the PS2 version, but you don't have DLC. So where those would be bolstered by your DLC library, you're stuck with the 84 songs on the disc. So you're going to be playing a bunch over and over. Excuse me, it's like 11:30, and actually, what time is that? Sorry, it just passed midnight. So yes, I am indeed operating on fumes. But such is life. I want to get this out of the way. I want to get this game done. I didn't want to have all the cables and ganglia bullshit sitting until tomorrow. So I just said, fuck it, we'll just do this. Anyway. Can I hop up there? Yes. Where does this go? To the jungle trail. Does that help me? Yeah, so, I mean, the problem with Rock Band 2 that I'm finding is that between the World Tour and the Play Challenges, there's a lot of game to go through, which sounds, oh, that's not a bad thing. Um, I'm not even anywhere close to there. I'm in native territory. Holy shit. So, going to part of the jungle. That's to the crash site, right? I'm a little bit lost. I'm actually very lost. Okay, so why don't I just go back the way I came, through the twin outposts? I just gotta remember where that is. I want to say, what was this? The jungle trail, right? Is that deeper into native territory, or does that go back to the jungle? I don't remember. Oh my god, it's a little hard to see in here. Maybe I need a torch. I definitely need a torch. Okay. But, it's already long and arduous enough, but then there's a lot of set lists. There's the endless set list, obviously, which is 84 fucking songs. And then the, final boss of Rock Band 2 without DLC is Visions. And I can play Visions maybe twice a day, and then I'm totaled for the rest of it. And keep in mind, I'm not even playing the guitar part. I'm playing the bass part. One of the really nice things about Rock Band 2 is that the bass part, you're able to play it solo in Solo Tour. The first game and all the track packs, you cannot play bass. You can only play bass in Quick Play. You cannot play bass in the Tour, which sucks, because bass is, easier for one thing. And when the songs get more difficult, the bass tends to lag behind, so it I don't know, maybe you think that, like, getting gold stars through bass is kind of the cop-out, but you're still gold starring bass. It's still its own instrument, and there's still a lot of challenging bass songs. So, but Visions is hard on bass. Visions is crazy on bass, because first off, there's the crazy strumming bits, a lot of, like, eighth note strumming that's very, very fast, and then there's this entire breakdown section, which is, I don't even know if it's FC-able on this engine. I want to say there's been one full band FC of it on this engine, and that might have been on PAL. I don't know. The skills that people reach these days are absolutely goddamn nuts. But I'm not even concerned about that. What I'm concerned about is there's this, like, triplet sweeping pattern in a lot of the song, and it does my head in. I could follow it okay for, like, a couple seconds. And I've even made it through sections without really missing all that much. But it's putting it all together in the whole run. I think my highest percentage was like a 93% 4-star. So if I want to get full stars on the Endless set list, on the Infinite Metal set list, on the Infinite 2000s challenge, all of these different set lists in the game, I need to be able to consistently 5-star Visions. And I'm like, Jesus, I started Rock Band 2 right when I came back from Wales in August. And it is almost November, like I said. So, yeah, it's taken me a while, and fatigue has definitely set in with it. And I think some of the songs in it are really difficult. But usually they're playable on at least one instrument. I've found, like, Bodhisattva is a great example. I think I could finally 5-star that on guitar. I'm never going to be able to gold star it. I don't really care to ever gold star it. Steely Dan are very easy to make fun of, and I stand by that. So, I just realized, if anybody is actually, like, seriously trying to watch this for Pitfall, sorry. You can check out, like, that 4-hour-long long play archive video of it, which is completely commentary free. As far as I'm concerned, if you're on the Marito channel, you're coming from me. And really, if I'm not your favorite streamer, then what the fuck is wrong with you? Anyway, so yeah, Rock Band 2, I've kind of gotten a little sick of. I'm kind of a little ready to move on from it. I think what I might do is, because you could save at least the play set lists, like the play challenges, you can save those in progress, is go as far as I can with those, stop them all at visions, save, and then just grind out visions, really. And then when I can do visions 5 stars reliably, like I said, there's no good practice mode in the Rock Band games on PS2. I might have to take it into Guitar Hero 2 Deluxe. We'll see. But anyway, if I can consistently 5-star it, then I will go for the endless set list and all that. But I mean, at the moment, it's just looking like Cammy from the future here. Turns out that the mic glitches that were plaguing me on stream also plagued me on the recording. So as a result, I've had to fill in with next day rambles. Thankfully, I still remember what I had said, so shouldn't be too difficult to fill in some airtime here. Yeah, I mean, mostly what I was talking about was, and I was listening through, I was incoherent as fuck last night, Jesus. The problem with Rock Band 2 mostly is that you have to play, one song a whole bunch, which is, they did what they could. But basically, I felt like just moving on and completing the game was gated behind me finishing Visions with 5 stars consistently. Like I said, I still don't know what I'm going to do with that. It's kind of funny. I was a little bit more cavalier than I was expecting, I guess, being super tired. I was just like, fuck it, I don't care who knows. I don't care who knows what the world knows. I'll just say it, and I guess I wasn't too happy about anything. Anyway, I do have the video going, so at the very least I can try to commentate. Mostly it's me running around. I'm sorry, like I said, if you're here trying to watch this as an actual playthrough, you're not going to have a good time, but I don't think anybody's actually here for that. So, as far as what else I was playing this year, I was talking mostly about on-stream stuff. So what was it? It was Ratchet and Clank. Actually, I can pull up my channel while I'm here. I remember that we did the first Ratchet and Clank at the end of last year, and then we did Going Commando early on this year, and it was a really good time. Ratchet and Clank. I think I should seek out Up Your Arsenal at some point. I think it would be right up my arsenal ? It's hard to go wrong. It's very silly. The guns are very fun. It's as far as the raw gameplay goes of the 3, the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost of the Sony PS2 platformers, Ratchet speaks to me on the deepest level. Sly is fantastic for the story, and I do think it is really fun to play. But there's just something about Ratchet where the guys at Insomniac know how to make a platformer, which kind of is sad that they decided to go in the more mature direction that they did for all the other stuff that they did afterwards. Uncharted? Infamous. No, Infamous was Sucker Punch. Listen, I stopped paying attention. All I know is that they stopped making the cute mascot platformers. All I'm saying is they should make more of those. But yes, that was a lot of fun. And I think it probably went the best out of the 3 that I've streamed, because I've now streamed the Sly Trilogy. Sly Trilogy was great. Sly Trilogy was very great. But when you're playing through a whole trilogy on stream, I remember Kebby got a little fatigued, which was unfortunate, I suppose. And then Jak and Daxter was a lot of fucking running around as well. I said I was going to watch the video, and then I didn't watch the video. Nothing's happening. I'm just backtracking, because this game is 90% fucking backtracking. God, I'm so glad I never have to do that again. It was actually really funny looking at some contemporary reviews of the game. And a lot of them were saying, yeah, it's a good rental. Or they were saying, yeah, the backtracking fucking sucks, the writing fucking sucks. It controls somewhat decently, but then there's a lot of really dumb ideas. It was very funny. It was very like, oh, yeah, no. They knew what they were talking about. Except for GamePro, which gave it like a 4 out of 5, 4.5 out of 5. And it's like, did we play the same game? Or are you just trying to make sure that you still get review copies from Activision? Because I don't think we played the same game, if you're being serious. But yeah, so as far as Jak and Daxter goes, the first game, I think it was really nice looking. I think it had a really good vibe to it, but it was like I said, it was also a lot of backtracking. It was also a lot of where do I go next. Wasn't too big a fan of like the overall gameplay of it, but I did complete it, and I did 100% it, and that was good. And I can safely say I will never need to play another Jak game in my life. I know that the second game goes like really edgy, and they swear, and there's guns, and I'm like, please. You know, Naughty Dog to me has always felt like this developer that is more like technologically savvy than they are making games that just scratch that itch properly. Insomniac is the one that knows how to just like fire fucking dopamine directly into your brain. They're wonderful at what they do. But as far as Naughty Dog goes, I don't know. I would like to give Crash Bandicoot another go. I actually own Crash Team Racing. I've heard people adore that game. I should give it a go. I was not... The little bit that I played of Mario Kart 64, I didn't like how it felt, so maybe Crash Team Racing will feel... It's like when, in terms of Mario Kart, the Wii and even the DS version to a lesser extent have really good feeling physics, and then Mario Kart 64, I don't like how the physics feel in it at all. I feel like I'm operating a fucking origami craft. It doesn't feel good, you know? Maybe that's sacrilege. I think it's also sacrilege to talk shit about Naughty Dog because they're like beloved, but that's just how it be. Anyway, yeah. So Jak and Daxter, I'm happy to have completed it. Happy to never go back. Ratchet and Clank, definitely want to try it again or play the third one. And then as far as Sly, I'm very happy to pretend like there was only 3 games, to be perfectly honest. I've heard that the 4th game really didn't do a whole lot anyway. I think people said that it kind of repeated a lot of 3. I watched that be horribly wrong. I don't really care. The point is I have no interest. What I do have interest in is playing the first Pac-Man World, because we did go through 2 Pac-Man Worlds on stream. Pac-Man World 3 is definitely the funnier one. You want to talk about a game with good writing. That game is phenomenally bad. That shit is a fever dream. It is really, really funny. Because they just made Pac-Man a Marvel character, and it was really good. The platforming was decently polished. There was nothing really to complain about. I always mix up the button combinations there for the jumping and the pouncing. Anyway, yeah, so Pac-Man World 3 was fun. Pac-Man World 2, in a weird way, this was actually something that I talked about last night. In a weird sort of way, I feel a sense of pride having gone through the harder version, because if you didn't watch those streams, I don't blame you. They don't last that long, though. Pac-Man World 2 was very, very difficult in its original PS2 release version, and every single other version of the game, whether it be on the other consoles or the Greatest Hits release, majorly reduced the difficulty, and then the Japanese got an even easier version of the game. So, if you can read Japanese, definitely read Japanese, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, Pac-Man World 2, it was cute. I liked the ice skating parts. That one I could play forever. Everything else was a pretty typical platformer. I guess Pac-Man World 3 was a pretty typical platformer as well. But nevertheless, again, the writing carried it, and I also just found a lot of the locales bizarre. It probably helps that it was the only one that wasn't built by Namco, like Japanese Namco. It was built by Blitz Games, who are best known for Sneak King. So as a result, it has a very distinct flavor to it. It's fun. It's a good time. Pac-Man World 3 I would recommend at least one time, just for the sheer what the actual fuckness of it. It's really good. What else? Anything else that I go on stream? Because you're about to hear from the sleepy guy in like 2 minutes. So let me just make sure I didn't miss anything. Ratchet and Clank going commando. I did some retro achievements. I got to do more retro achievements. I've been too busy playing games on console to bother with it. I played Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4. I gotta get back to I finished 100% of the PS1 version, and I got I was over it by the time I played the PS2 version, because they're much more difficult for whatever reason. I think it was because, you build the first game, you codify the concepts, you expand on it with 2, then you make it a living, breathing world with the jump to the PS2 for the 3rd one, and then the 4th one they're like, I don't know, let's make it really difficult. So that's what they did. They made it really difficult, and it's honestly too much. But maybe I just need to give it another shot. Maybe I just need to give it another go. Rock Band, I'm not streaming Rock Band for a long, long time. I got my ass kicked copyright-wise with that. Pac-Man World 2 we did, and then we're Pitfall, and then Neopets. So, I would say it's a pretty decent year all around for games. I didn't really communicate it too well, actually, at the start. But what I had meant was, am I going through games so often that I'm not giving them their due? I don't know. Maybe, like, I'm not forming those long-term memories with them. Just something to think about. Maybe I'll slow down at some point. Anyway, back to the original commentary. Now let's talk about some of the games that I played off-stream. Just because I want to. So there was Fantavision. Fantavision was interesting. I reviewed that one for my site. You'll actually probably, if you are insane enough to watch this, you probably are also insane enough to tune in live to my streams. Around Christmas, New Year's, I will be pulling out Fantavision, not to play, but actually to watch the replays of. So if you've never heard of Fantavision, it was a PS2 launch title. The PS2, funnily enough, did not have a very good launch library. It was pretty paltry. A lot of games that kind of were basically tech demos, or games that had to be built upon in order to reach their full potential. So, for example, Madden 2001, which we will be talking about Madden later. Yes, we will, because I don't give a fuck. But Fantavision was another one. And it was effectively built entirely off of the fact that the PS2 can do 3D particle effects. So normally with a particle effect, so like an explosion or something, you've probably seen, if you've like played, I don't know, Half-Life or something, the explosions are just 2D sprites. They're like billboards. If you've ever, you know about the billboard effects in video games, where they have a 2D sprite that's kind of put in a 3D space and is just constantly looking at you. I was trying to see if this game had any examples nearby, but these all look to be models. Fantavision was built off the idea that the PS2 could do proper 3D sprites, basically 3D particle effects, as opposed to 2D particle effects. That's it. That's the entirety of the what the game was based off of. Because it's a fireworks show. It's a fireworks show, and it's effectively like I think I've called it a sensory toy version of Missile Command, basically. So there's all these fireworks, and you try to connect with your cursor 3 or more of them with the same color, with the intention of exploding them all at the same time. And if more of that color get launched while those are exploded, they'll explode each other. So your whole thing is kind of chain reactions. It's very mindless. It doesn't really ever feel like it's a proper puzzler. It's more of like an action game with a lot of numbers flashing on the screen. And I think it was worth one playthrough, like I said, because you get a replay where you can see it from different angles, and you can set different effects and stuff on your replay, which is very, very cool. And that's, like I said, that's why I'm happy to have played through it, because I know it will make phenomenal background video around the holidays. Like I said, Christmas, New Year's, that kind of thing. Just Fantavision stuff, you know. I think it'll look very cool. Do I ever need to play it again? No, absolutely not. No, thank you. What else did I play? Why am I going back up here? I didn't need to go back up here. I needed to go the other way. Right? It's so goddamn late, Jesus. Firebomb Towers. No, that's the way I came. So I have to go through the gates of El Dorado. That's why I came back. Okay. Oh, I can tell you. Hold on. Sorry, I'll let you watch the cutscene.
You have the artifacts. Now we can open the gate, and I'll be able to save my people. Someone throw a party and forget to invite me?
Nikki, you had me worried. You're just in time. Mike is about to go back in time and save El Dorado. Oh, right. Nicole, Mike, Nicole. Now let's get on
Charmers.
magic and the time
Everybody in
travel
this
and thousands of people stuff.
cutscene is charming. I think we're about to get a twist.
Nicole!
You've got
See?
Wesker and Puska. Mike's plan is suicide. The time temple inside, powered by these artifacts, can send Mike back. But they don't have nearly the power to send El Dorado back 1,000 years. Lies. These are Puska's lies. But Puska can use these artifacts to fight the Spanish. They'll give him the power he needs to save his people. Did Puska happen to mention his original plan 500 years ago was to betray my people to the Spanish?
Why would you believe Puska and not Mike? What did he promise you?
I'm going to go with him. Back in time, but only a few months. I'm going to find my dad and save him.
It's true. What can you offer her? Consolation? I offer her back her father. Deny her this and you are colder than stone.
Nicole, Puska killed your father. Remember how he looked? I saw Puska do the same thing to St. Clair, and he's about to do it to you!
No!
Pitfall was right. I should have saved you. I let you down, Nikki. I messed everything up.
Quick, skedaddle into El Dorado. Alright. That was very touching. I felt that. Not really.
Mike!
Oh, it's the giant demon jaguar from the start of the game.
Met my fate.
What is she planning? Ah! Butterflies. Other than being massively annoying. Oh, that's how he gets the blue magic.
Butterfly? Figures. Yeah.
And here we are. This is the exact thing from the start of the game. The knuckle crack, the scrape of the paw. And in literally the start of the game. Except I have all my stuff. Ow. Oh, you motherfucker. Damn. I'm not doing too great. I should heal up. Fuck. Just trying to heal up. I can't sprint and drink at the same time. Kind of tempted to just say fuck it and die right now. Tempted. Doesn't mean I actually will, though. Jesus. Come on! I don't actually have the ability to fucking react that fast, surprisingly enough. Whatever. Fuck it. Okay, there we go. Let's try this again. For real, no cap. Okay. So it seems like if you run circles, because he runs at you in a line. If you run circles, he can't actually hit you. For the most part. This is annoying! That shouldn't feel... Listen, this game has a serious issue with iframes. It doesn't feel like you ever get enough iframes. Or any. Oh, interesting. So it seems like when you've knocked out a decent chunk of his health, he'll rebound like that. Dude. This ain't great. Oh. There we go. And then what? Do I just have to hit him on the run? That's not possible. That's not fucking possible. He doesn't stop. Yes! Is that it? I don't think that's it. I do love that in games where, like, a creature that should be capable of taking, like, damage gets the shit kicked out of it, and then, that's it, right? Like, it just gets back up like you never did anything to it. Hey, it's him! And they have a cat fight. He kicked him and he stomps on his head. Wow.
Yeah, the cat is back, and he's all that. Who are you gonna call? Quick Claw. Who are you gonna call? Who's your dad?
I don't know. I don't know about this, chat.
Who's your dad?
Ooh, cool. Ooh, a white loading screen. That's super fancy.
Huska!
So many chances to live. Now your only option is to die.
Oh, yay. Time to fight him. Okay, so he is, in fact, not the final boss. He is the final boss, and he's got weird-ass legs.
Dark! No, I'm a cat! Oh, but I think I see what you're getting at.
Now, what am I actually supposed to do here? He's got his weird-ass red magic, right? Whoa, I can move these. What? Okay, that has to do something, right? Havoc physics, baby. Same shit that powers Half-Life 2. There's a crowd? What? Can I go in here? What's in here? Anything? They don't do a great job of telegraphing what you're supposed to do. Wait. Pile these up? Is that what I'm supposed to do? Am I supposed to pile these up? Am I even able to get on them? No. Oh my god, there is a crowd. When did the crowd show up? Dude, I'm ungodly confused. Can I save here? It will let me save here, yeah. Because I'll happily save and go check the guide. Because I have no idea, and I don't have Savannah here to help me. Okay. Walk through. Yeah, that's not quite the one that I watched earlier, but it'll do. Wait, what? No, no, no. I want you to open a new pipe. New pipe. There we go. New pipe. Oh, I even had that one. Sorry. Someone in the comments of this fucking full game walkthrough says the first Uncharted we'd never forget. Man, you can find somebody who likes fucking anything. Alright, so Jaguar, and then we got this guy. What does he do? I see he is actually kicking the pillars. Am I supposed to hit him with the pillars? Is that a thing? It appears that yes, you are indeed supposed to hit him with the pillars. And then he sends little versions of him out, and you go and you kick them. And then you hit him with the pillars again? Okay. I'll try it. Just out of curiosity. What percentage are we at? 99%. We are here. Dude, that's not fucking fair. That's as fast as you can possibly go. This is distinctly less amusing than the first time I was here. Fuck it. Okay, try this again. Step 1. Pillar. Words cannot describe how ineffectual this fucking pillar attack feels. Especially when you can't see him. There are no iframes. Why are there no iframes? No, seriously, what the fuck? Oh, am I supposed to move them slightly first? Yes. So you're supposed to move them to the edge first. And then kick it at him. Because if you just kick it at him, it's not going to contact. And then, like I said, there's all these little versions of him. Where is he? Ah, that didn't work. Fuck. Why are the pillars so easy to move? Ow. Bitch. Where is he? He's like right above me, right? Alright, what happens if I run out of pillars? That is a possibility, right? That I run out of pillars and then I don't know how to set them back up. Let me try it on a one on the ground. Again, there's no way to fucking see him. What a bizarre fucking boss battle. Yeah, kick these gigantic pillars at this guy. What am I, Samson? Oh, hit him. Okay, so yes, it is possible to hit him with the fallen pillars also. And then what? Just more of his clones? It's getting very difficult to see him. Ooh, I got him. Okay. 3 out of 4. 3 out of 4. And then what? Is it just going to be more of his clones and then he comes up with a crazy... Yeah, buddy. And it's just 6 of them. Every time they just add 1 more. That's it. Frankly... Ooh. That was it. I actually thought that was too far off. But no, I hit him. I like how he just noticed the crowd, and the crowd looks exactly like a crowd in a Madden game, funnily enough. PS2 game. He thinks he's such a showman. He's fucking weird looking. Anyway. Let's see where this goes. He uses his blue healing butterfly magic to bring her back to life.
Thank you. Though I'm a princess, I've never met a prince.
Thank you for releasing me.
Mwah.
Hey, don't forget the cat. What?
The prophecies didn't say anything about a cat.
Well, you can't go believe in every prophecy you hear.
I guess this is our life now. We'll never see our own time again.
Any regrets?
2. I never got to apologize to Dr. Crane for treating him so poorly.
Dr. Crane? You talking about, like, David Crane? He's still making Atari games. That's real shit.
Nicole.
Sorry, no more blue healing magic for her. You serious?
Oh, what happened?
Oh,
It's
man.
a long story.
Really?
You know,
He spent the entire fucking game romancing her badly. And now a kiss brings her back to life? Are you serious?
on the other hand, maybe you shouldn't rule out the other.
This cat, by the way, is horny as fuck.
What happens to you now?
You heard me, Kate. I've been cursed. I don't fit into the world of man or animal. Hey.
Oh, so
you're ever back
sad.
this way? Look me.
How will I find you?
Just get in trouble. I'll be there to save you. Just like I did this time.
And there's the butterfly. Oh, don't tell me the butterfly's gonna do something to him, too.
Even with years between us. She still finds a way to torment me. Figures she...
Oh, God.
Even after I...
Wait. He cursed by talking. No more curse. He can't talk. He's with his own kind again. Well, there you go. And they're with their own kind again. I have to say, that ending is deeply, deeply unsatisfying. Mostly just because I don't give a fuck about any of these
There's
characters.
this man back home, Dr. David Crane, who I owe a long overdue visit.
Dr. Dave, yes, Dr. David Crane.
Check out.
They gave him the Dr. Doke
You need
kind
to do all
of
that today.
thing.
What do you have in mind?
Oh, good lord. Come on. Whatever. Whatever, dude. Not even going at it with their tongues. Just like a little Disney kiss. Whatever. Whatever, dude. Oh, interesting. So, it's not like the credits that I clicked on before, where they had him and the tribal woman. It's them two. There's a reason they made her look like Lara Croft. Sorry, I got so focused on the ending of the game that I never even bothered fucking talking about my fixation since, I think, the start of August, which was all the Madden stuff that I was playing. I don't know, it's funny. There's not a single person in Somnolescent other than, I don't know, DCB is a good sport. I will put it that way. Nobody else knows anything about football. Nobody else gives a fuck about football. I kind of do, mostly just because I know that the league is a gigantic shit show right now, and it's funny to watch it. Watch other people talk about it, I should say. I don't really watch games. But these old Madden games have been like a lot of fun to go back to and unlock all the stuff in. Especially when you can figure out goofy ways to exploit it, you know? So I played Madden 05 on the DS, which was the first game, and actually a launch title for the DS. And that one was based off the PS1 Maddens, which I think they fixed some of the weirdness about the PS1 Maddens at that point. Having now played 2002 on the PS1, which basically that engine was taken for the DS ones, at the start at least. And then I also played through 2003 on the PS2, which that is, at this point, my favorite football game. It's so smooth to play. It's so easy to play. The detail work is great. The unlocks are great. Mini camp, 2-minute drill. It's easy to cheese when you're in the mood for that. It can also fuck you in the ass if you're in the mood for that. I don't judge. But yeah, no, it's been good. There's so many places, and I've been reworking both of my sites, the past year or two. And there's so many different places on them, both published and unpublished, where I was like, yeah, I never really understood Madden. And now I do. Now I do get them. And I found them quite fun. I think I'm played out for this season, though, if I'm perfectly honest. I played through 2003, like I said, completed it. 2005, I got a couple of the Madden cards and completed a season, and that was that. And then 2002 on the PS1 was the one that I actually just beat yesterday. I played a season. I went, what would that be, 17-2? Something like that, 18-2 maybe? This was the season right before the Texans were added as the most recent new team, expansion team as they call them. So, yeah. So there's still 31 teams, so I was like, man, didn't I play the Titans just like a couple weeks ago? Didn't I play the Bengals just 2 weeks ago? Whatever. It was really weird. Anyway, there's a lot of weird things about the game. I do have a review of it. I actually just rewrote it because when I was since I've gotten back from Wales, I kind of went through a big depressive streak, and I don't know. It's hard, man. It's hard fucking being the man of the scene and it being all novel and just being able to get around and all that, and then you come home and, I don't know, I'm a lot more isolated, and I obviously don't have my girlfriend. It's been difficult. So anyway, as a result, what I was only interested in doing creatively for a long time was writing reviews for my site. And I did that, but the thing is that because I wasn't really in a good space, I was really on autopilot for a lot of them, so I ended up like, oh, I want to figure out, well, how about that? That's a timely name right there. But yeah, where was I? I was on autopilot for a lot of them. I just didn't feel like doing much that I had to really try with, So now that I've kind of dug myself out of that a little bit, I've been like, oh, let me go ahead and rewrite it, make it a little bit more interesting to read. So I've got that going up. I think I will do Pitfall this week, and then next week will be Madden 2002 on the PS1 on my game review section. I actually, believe it or not, I have the ability to schedule stuff weeks in advance. So I actually, as far as album reviews go, I have everything. I have stuff going into December, basically. I just need to do November's request, which is actually going to be from one of the After Sleep kids. I care because you do by Aphex Twin, and I like what I've heard from Aphex Twin, so that should be fun. But yeah, so game reviews aren't constant. Album reviews pretty much are constant. I'm trying to do them a little bit more interestingly now that I sort of give more of a fuck. But there was a good long period, and I don't even know if I'm necessarily out of it yet, where I'm sort of just like, nobody's gonna read any of this shit anyway, so like, why bother? Why bother trying to put a whole bunch of effort into it? But I am proud of it. I am proud of my sites. I am proud of it. Even if nobody but me cares, and which isn't true, because I do have a couple of online friends, and obviously the Somnolians and stuff, who do care and do check in on it and all that. Even if it was just me, I would be proud of it. I just have to sort of get myself out of that mindset of, if I'm the only one who cares, then who gives a shit, you know? Because there's a lot that you shouldn't do based on other people. You shouldn't do anything based on, you know, other people. You should do it because you want to, and that's a little bit difficult sometimes. My God. Be sure to buy everything the native shaman has for sale to get a special gift with purchase. Is that special gift related to Pitfall 2? Since you saved the girl, you've unlocked a new outfit. On the title screen, L1, R1, and then left, up, down, right, circle, up, up. I'll give it a go. I will give it a go. I mean, after all, if you've stuck around, then you might as well get to see Pitfall Harry's new outfit, right? What was it? I'm trying to remember what the code was. Or am I not pressing it enough times? What was the fucking code? Because I remember it was left, up, down, right, circle, and then something. Is the end of this guy's playthrough, does it show it? Because you've got the cutscenes, you've got the quick claw bit. Does he show... Where does he cut it off at? Maybe I can go ahead and look up the cheats. I don't want to spoil it, that's the thing. Yeah, Lost Expedition cheats. I'll tell you what I do remember, which I'm actually not going to be able to... Can I go back through the credits and... Yeah, I do. I'll tell you what I do remember, though. That's the code for Pitfall 2, which I might actually play a little bit of. Okay, so it is 2 up. Left, up, down, up. That's it. Sorry, I read right, and actually it's up. Or, yeah, okay. And I've already spoiled it, but I might as well show you. And there is another one also, which I will go ahead and show you too, because that's pretty fun. So that code lets you play as Nicole. And actually, yes, it was left, up, down, up, circle, up, up. That was it. So, wait. It doesn't even change. It doesn't even change Pitfall Harry's sound effects. Damn. Damn, they did Nicole dirty. I mean, let's be honest, they did her dirty the entire fucking game. But anyway. Here's the other one that I thought was fun. There's apparently one more, which might be the most offensive of the lot, so I'm excited. I'll have to try that one afterwards. But I figure if you do watch this, we might as well go ahead and show you some fun stuff. I actually have no idea what the fuck this is going to look like. Oh my god. That's right. You get to be Pitfall Harry. This is goofy as shit. I actually really like this. Listen, this game kind of sucks, but I do like it. I was talking about this on stream. I'm not one of those fucking people who are like, how dare you say that this game sucked then and sucked now. It absolutely sucks, but I get to run around as Pitfall Harry. That's so fun. Atari Pitfall Harry. I just wish they changed out the sound effects so you could hear the when you jumped. That would have been really funny. But honestly, that's Kino on its own. That's actually really great. All right, and now let's do one more. Let's do one more. Like I said, this might be the most offensive of the lot. We'll see how they play it. Okay. Like I said, I didn't actually know about these two until I looked it up. This is probably something you only get by completing like the native games or something. Sorry, gave it away 5 seconds early. That's right. You now get to play as this guy. Which seems kind of odd. I mean, he died. I guess Pitfall Harry now inhabits his body. I mean, that was a thing for all the animals. You get to play as a penguin, so you might as well get to play as this guy. He has a name. It doesn't matter. None of the names fucking matter. None of the names fucking matter. It's fun. There's a bunch of other cheats. I won't bother playing with them. Because, let's be honest, I beat the game, which is what I wanted. And then the other one doesn't even require beating the game. We're just gonna end off with a little bit of Pitfall 2. This is really the gem of the entire show here, if we're being honest. Man, even with the pitch being wrong, this version sounds right to me, because this is how I enjoyed Pitfall 2 back when I was like 8 or 9 years old. This is all I had available, other than Stella, which I don't even know if Stella emulated this game correctly back in 2008. This game does not, it's not totally native. It uses special hardware to generate that sound. This is the Pitfall you should be playing. This is the Pitfall you should remember, not the Lost Expedition. In fact, I don't know if there's actually been a good Pitfall game after 2. I remember Super Pitfall was fucking junky. Duty Kaka. And then I know there were other ones. Pitfall Mayan Adventure, I think it was called. And then Pitfall 3D Beyond the Jungle, which had Bruce Campbell in it. Don't know where they were going with that one. But yeah, in case you wanted to play, you know, Pitfall Bruce, there you go. Let's grab one more gold bar for the road. Yeah. Do a little happy dance. He's so silly. Alright. Sorry, let me go ahead and transition back to idle. There we go. Alrighty, so assuming that all recorded correctly, that would have been the final stream. So I have actually streamed for like a grand total of like, what? It was 3.5 hours, and this was another 4.5, so almost 5 hours today. I should have made it a full 7-hour stream. Should have played TF2. Should have played... Let me not give too many details away. Jesus. Before I say things that I don't mean. But fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck the horse they rode in on. Anyway, if you watched all this, you're crazy. But I love you. Genuinely. As far as me, though, I'm going to go set up for the Neopet stream next week. Like I said earlier, I got to watch back my VODs to figure out where we were and what was going on and sort of what the mindset was. And I guess maybe I'll marvel at how different everything was. I think I was using a different stream setup. I was using a different Marf in the corner. Possibly my mic would sound different. I don't know. I've been using my Snowball the same for years. Genuinely, I've never upgraded my streaming setup. The biggest upgrade I made was to use Streamlabs instead of just pure OBS. So yeah, but I'm gonna call it there. I'm gonna finally, like I said, set that up, then tear all this shit down, and it will probably be 2 in the morning at that point. We party hard for our art that nobody is going to watch, but you know what? Like I said, it makes me happy, and maybe I just need to go. You know what? Fuck it. I wanted to. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the actual live streams. That's where the good shit happens, not this. It was just me rambling. If you want to see me rambling, but with an audience, like I said, it's going to be Tuesdays on this channel, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can't miss it. You can't miss it, and if you do miss it, that's your problem. That's a skill issue. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying anymore. I love you. You have a great rest of your day, a great rest of your week, and hopefully I'll be seeing you soon. Bye-bye.